Hey everyone, it's Kale over at the Colorado Media School, and today is part 2 of our file management process videos. If you remember in the first episode, we kind of took a look at how to get your footage off your SD card and onto the computer, how you have to drop your videos into your folder. But we're going to take a little bit deeper of a look in your actual folder and how to be the most organized version of yourself, because organization is key in this industry, and so this is going to be paramount. So stick with me. We're going to go ahead and dive in.
Here we go again.
So in the last video, there was a step in the SD card to computer process that I kind of skipped over a little bit or didn't go into a whole lot of detail about. And that's what this video is going to be for, is going into the whole process of what your school folder should look like. Because if I see one more student folder that looks like a sadistic nightmare, when I open you guys' folder up, I might actually lose my mind. So let's take a look at how to clean up your folders and how to set yourself up for success.
That was a lot of talking and you're not punching him.
So I just shot some footage for this band, and now I'm going to begin my editing process. So just like before, I'm going to plug my SD card into my computer, and then I'm going to open up File Explorer twice. I'm going to have my own personal folder on one side of the screen, and then I'm going to have my SD card on the other side of the screen. The difference this time is I'm going to go into my personal folder, I'm going to right click, and this little window is going to pop up, and then I'm going to hit New, and then I'm going to hit Folder, because that other little window pops up right there, Folder. Now the first thing I'm going to do is rename this folder. I shot this footage at a venue called the Dazzle, so I'm going to name this folder Dazzle. Now you might be thinking, this is all I have to do. I'm good. I'm ready to start editing. I got all my footage in my folder, right?
No, not that, wrong.
You need to do more organization. Just like if I didn't write out a script for this video, it would be an incoherent mess. So too would your folder be. So what I want you guys to do is make these things called subfolders. So I'm going to open my Dazzle folder up, and I'm actually going to right click again, new folder again, and then I'm going to write something that says footage, and I'm going to make a subfolder. So subfolder for my footage. And I know that the people that I'm working for right now, they're wanting me to add graphics. So I'm going to make another subfolder, and I'm going to add graphics. So subfolder for graphics. And then they're wanting me to use a specific type of audio for this. So I'm going to make another subfolder, and it's going to be called audio. And this can be going on and on and on, subfolder after subfolder, until you have everything nice and neat. I don't want to see any random video files or random audio files just floating around in your folder. Everything should have a proper place. So there's one other subfolder that you'll always have to have in your projects. I don't care who you're working with, what you're working on, who you're working for. This subfolder should always appear in your main overarching folder. It's called the project folder. And the reason why it's so important is because it's going to be saving instances of your actual Premiere Pro project. So your works in progress, your auto saves, all of the stuff. So if you ever don't get to finish working and you want to come back later, it's going to save all of that into your projects folder piece. This is going to be the #1 loser of projects. So if you lose a project and you can't find it anywhere, and you don't have it saved into a project folder in your name, it's way easier to lose. And I swear to you, students come to me and they're like, I can't find my project. And it's because they didn't have a projects folder. So they lost their project. Easiest way to avoid this, right when Premiere opens up, it says, hey, I noticed you're making a new project. What do you want to name it? Where are you saving it to? Save it to a project folder, like name it project folder, and then save it in that folder. And that way, every time it saves, every time you save, it goes straight into that folder. So if something happens, you know exactly where you left off at. So that's all I got for you. I hope it helps. Don't be afraid to ask questions and all of that good stuff.
Let's go to the Colorado Media School, make your dreams come true. And we'll see you on the big screen soon. On the big screen soon. We learn how to film. We learn how to edit. We learn how to podcast. We learn how to do it all. Let's go to the